Greetings to you. We've got our next lesson from the members of Ashtar Command. I am Russ Hatfield, back with my higher dimensional twin soul and member of Ashtar Command, Kara. This lesson on astronomy is from Kiri, channeling through Mark Crocker, that we call The Effects of the Photon Cloud. Here, Kiri explains the effects of the photon cloud on the base in the fifth dimension and the third dimension as well. With us, it's much more profound due to the properties of the fifth dimension. She notes its effects on thinking and abilities. You can follow our online transcript at the link below of our homepage, centerforascension.org. Please subscribe if you want at the end of this lesson to be alerted to future channeling sessions, editorials from Kara and myself, and lessons from the Center for Ascension. And now, the effects of the photon cloud.
I had a question real quick.
Okay.
Did the photon belt go through Sirius prior to its ascension?
Yes. That would be self-evident, would it not?
Not really. It might have been a natural ecological change before it went through, but the photon belt would make more sense as to the general shift in consciousness.
I think it happened a couple of times. Well, I'm pretty sure that there are 4 recorded occurrences before the ascension. But that doesn't mean to say that 4 is the number, because that would mean that you would have number 36,000 to go before your planet.
All confirmed 3
Mm-hmm.
for us, so we'd be going through our 4th one.
No, he confirmed 2, and we're going through a third one that he knows of.
Yeah, exactly.
But since it goes through every 36,000 years,
Now,
assume
since
there's more.
you're an engineer, and it's nothing critical against Russ, but I'm real curious about the physics of this, okay? And he put it as the photon belt passing through Sirius. Now, in reality, isn't Sirius and the Sirian solar system passing through this belt? I mean, which is more correct?
It's both, actually. What's actually occurring is that you have Sirius coming towards it, right? And as the cloud...
And the cloud is in motion also.
Yes.
So both things are in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the same thing would apply with Earth and our passing through the photon belt.
Right.
The belt is in motion, or the patch or cloud, which you'll all prefer to use. Okay, we use patch, the photon patch, and the solar system. Our solar system
are both in motion.
Mm-hmm. Now, Will, since you're on Hades base, okay, and you're in our solar system, and you'll also be passing through the belt, is it going to affect Hades base at all?
No, because the base is in the 5th dimension. Now, we've explained the 5th dimension many times.
Yeah.
And
I think it's a good question, though. Right?
Yeah. But because
people be curious about
because of the physics of the 5th dimension, the distance becomes a little tricky and irrelevant. The fact that the photon belt could pass twice in 1 week and then not pass again for another many, many thousand years is one of those things.
Okay, so on third dimensional Earth, and even though you're in the same solar system in the 5th dimension, the effects of the photon belts on the 3rd dimension are profound. The effects on the solar system, or on the photon belt in the 5th dimension, are negligible.
No, they are noticeable. But because of the physics, it is not as intense due to the fact that, as we've explained in the past, that sometimes the quickest way to get to the other side of the room is to actually go outside and come in through a totally different door. The way it works because of that is that the photon cloud at times can be stretched out so thin that it's not noticeable. But other times it may be stretched so intense that its actual visitation will only be a matter of a day, 2 days, and then it's gone again for a year or 10 years or 30,000 years or 50,000 years.
So in the fifth dimension, you don't have the same pattern that we experience in the third dimension.
Correct. That's because
it's about a 36,000 year pattern, roughly.
On your dimension, yes, but because of the way that the fifth dimension works, it is impossible for it to actually do that. It is so wild and jumpy that it's real hard to define.
Now let's discuss, if any, the negative aspects of the photon belts. Are there any negative implications?
Yes, there are. The fact is that certain individuals will react, as Amon put it, out of fear, right? Which in itself, fear is a negative emotion. They will do things from fear, hurt people from fear, do many different nasty things through fear. Now, the interesting thing is that the photon belt will have effect on channeling sessions. Most of them will be positive events. Much better focusing and controlling because of the heightened awareness of the host body and you guys.
Okay.
You notice that at the moment you're thinking very clearly, asking some wonderful questions and analyzing and extrapolating the information very, very well. This is due to the fact that Marcus cut his finger at some point, is due to the fact that the photon belt is leaving you much clearer and much freer with the vocal communication. It is also bringing up your spiritual vibration. At the moment, you're in a clear patch, so there is no effect on this part of your planet from the photon belt. So that obviously a positive effect has occurred, which is that you are thinking very deeply and clearly and following through, instead of with some of the questions that you've asked in the past that, how did he do that he's asked in the past, have been a little bit open-ended, if you know what I mean. Yeah.